Good evening, Mandy. Evening, Amy. I was so surprised today. You and me both. What are the chances one of my old mom friends would be working at my new company? I know, right? I moved here 5 years back when my husband got a transfer at work. But I was really surprised to hear you'd moved to the same city. Oh, really? We moved here because my husband got a transfer at work, too. It doesn't look like our kids will be at the same elementary school, though, since we live in different school districts. Oh, really? I didn't realize. Well, there we have it. Old friends reunited as coworkers. Here's hoping we bring in lots of great results together. Yeah, we got this. Oh, there was one thing. What is it? I'm not part-time. I'm actually a full-time regular employee, and I'm part of the management team. Huh? Actually, I'm your direct superior. Really? Sorry, it's not like I want you to think I'm a hotshot or anything, but I'm obligated to interact with you as I would any of my subordinates, at least while we're at work. There are also differences in what our respective jobs entail. I thought it would be better to get everything out in the open from the get-go so as to avoid any misunderstandings further down the line. Oh, I see. Of course. Silly me, I have the wrong idea. Sorry. No, not at all. You've been at the company way longer than me. It's only natural you'd be a step ahead of me by now. I'm gonna work hard to become a regular employee myself. That's great. You can do it. I mean, you became one after all. And so it should be even easier for me. Right. Anyway, let's get to it. Sure thing. Let's get to work. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Amy. Thanks for your hard work lately. What's up? That project that was being discussed in the meeting today? You and Dave, the section manager of our department, are both going to be on board, right? Am I right in thinking Dave is going to be in charge of it? Yes, that's right. What kind of project is it? Product development. The aim is to break through into new demographics and develop new customer bases by creating products based on concepts completely different to those we've been making until now. Wow, that sounds so interesting. The project only got up and running about a month ago. Ooh, does that mean it's still in its early stages? That's right. The general direction has more or less already been established. We're currently in the preliminary stage, whereby each project member has been tasked with drafting a plan. The first presentations are scheduled to begin as we move into next month, and after that, the most well-researched proposal presentations will be adopted for the project. I see. Hey, Mandy, about this project. Yes? I want to be on board too. Huh? I think you should be the one to ask the section manager for me. That's not really going to be feasible. What? Why? It's not my job to make those kinds of decisions. You mean you won't put in a good word for your best mom friend from back in the day? Not even for old time's sake? I don't think it's appropriate to mix my private affairs with my work life. What? Come on! Besides, I'd have to have some serious clout to bring someone who just joined the company into a project of this magnitude. It's just not realistic. I'm sorry. Huh? Why not? Are you saying I'm not capable of doing a good job? No, that's not what I mean. Your work responsibilities still mostly only entail shadowing and assisting the senior employees. It's just a little, premature, you know? If you can do it, there's no reason I can't too. Look, in any case, there are no plans to bring anyone else on board right now because the project's full up. And even if there were, I don't have the authority to recruit new personnel. I'm afraid I can't do anything for you on this one. Sorry. My husband will be home soon, so I have to head off. Take care, Amy.
Mandy, thank you for your efforts over the last few days. How are things? Is now a good time to talk?
Oh, Dave! Hello, yes, I can talk now. What's up?
I'm sorry to contact you after work like this. I messaged you because there's something I need to ask you about quickly.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm on the train right now, so that's fine, as long as you don't mind if we do it by message. What can I help you with?
Well, I'll just come straight out with it. Did you know that new part-timer, Amy, who joined the company recently, before she joined?
Huh?
She said you were old acquaintances.
Yes. We met 5 years ago before we moved to the city. We both have sons of the same age, so we were kind of like mom friends. It was a total coincidence we met again at the company, though.
Ah, I see. So that was the nature of your relationship.
Even still, it's not like we were best friends, or even particularly familiar, to be honest. It's just that our sons were both in the same class at kindergarten back then. So we talked every now and then while waiting for the kids to get out at the end of the day. Anyway, that's how we met. And we did get along well enough on the occasions we happened to meet each other. I couldn't tell you what she thinks of me, though.
I understand. Thank you.
Did something happen?
Well, to tell you the truth, Amy suddenly proclaimed that she wanted to be a part of our new product development project today.
Huh? You mean she came and spoke with you directly?
That's right. It's not that I have an issue with people being direct and proactive at work. In fact, I admire it. That said, I found the way she asked me a little disagreeable.
The way she asked you?
Mandy's not very good at her job at all, so I think the project would run a lot smoother if you swapped her for me.
What? She said that?
She did. Plus,
What is it?
there is one more thing I'd like to ask you. Am I right in thinking that Amy has a husband?
Yes, she's married. She said the reason she moved here in the first place was because her husband got transferred to a different branch at his company.
I see. Just as I thought.
What happened?
Well, before I tell you, can I trust this conversation will remain strictly between the two of us?
Yes, of course, my lips are sealed. Is everything okay?
What she said is, if you bring me in on this project, I'll go on a date with you. Obviously, I declined straight away. I have a family of my own after all. What does she take me for?
Yes, of course. I wonder what the hell she's playing at.
And actually, Mandy,
Yes?
I'm due to discuss this matter with the department manager tomorrow morning. If you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate if you joined us.
Me?
You're a member of the same department and an active participant in the project in question. On top of that, you're Amy's direct superior. Given your unique position, we'd like to hear your honest thoughts on the matter.
Mandy! Looks like I might have a shot at joining the project after all. I just knew Dave would have an eye for up-and-coming talent. Good evening, Amy. Yes, I heard all about your conversation. If your draft plan is accepted at the next batch of presentations, you'll be brought on board as an official member of the project team, right? Yeah, that's right. Well, in that case, you'd better get to work on putting together the presentation materials. Oh, well, you see, about that. Could you put my slides together for me? What? Think about it. I'm just a lowly part-timer. It's more appropriate that you, as a full-time regular employee, handle this kind of dreary desk work. I'm sure you understand. Plus, I'm super busy right now with helping the other employees on their assignments. I just can't catch a break. I have to make careful consideration before taking on anything new when I have so many people relying on me. Wait a second. What on earth are you talking about? The only reason you're being considered for the project in the first place is to see what kind of draft plan you can come up with and what kind of presentation you put together. Huh? If you want some extra time to work on your draft, I'm more than open to the possibility of redistributing some of your current assignments. And if there's ever anything you don't understand, you're welcome to come and speak to me at any time. Basically, please put the draft together yourself, okay? Mandy! Who was it who so kindly came over to talk to you when you were all on your own outside kindergarten in our old city? I had plenty of friends back then. But of all of them, you got along with me the best. I was always there for you. I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, you're my boss now, right? Surely the boss is the one ultimately responsible for their subordinates' work. You wouldn't just abandon a valuable member of your team in their hour of need. That doesn't apply to this presentation. Oh, come on. Ugh, just hurry up and get my presentation done. I'll consider it a thank you for everything I did for you back then. That seriously won't be happening. Mandy, you're awful! I can't believe you didn't prepare me a single thing for today's presentation! Not just that, but you didn't tell me the company president would be in attendance either! Do you have any idea how badly you've humiliated me? I got declined for the project! This is all your fault! No, Amy. That's where you're wrong. What? Since you went and told Dave yourself that you wanted to become a member of the project team, he and upper management decided you would be tested and your entry onto the team decided by whether or not you could meet certain conditions. Those conditions included the success of your presentation, including preparation of materials and the subsequent adoption of your proposal. There's not much point in a test if you don't complete it by yourself, is there? But in spite of that, you asked me to put together the presentation materials for you. Why? I already told you, because you owe me from back when we used to be friends. I gave you a chance to pay back your debt of gratitude, and this is how you repay me? Bringing our private lives into the office isn't acceptable. Besides, and I'm sorry to say this, but I don't have any recollection of us being particularly good friends. What? We never even went for tea parties or lunches like I did with the other moms. Huh? You guys went for tea parties and lunches? I only remember speaking to you like 2 or 3 minutes sometimes when we were dropping off or picking up our boys from school. Brief, superficial interactions at best. What? No way! I thought we had a special bond! Anyway, regardless, just because it's looking likely your husband is going to divorce you and take you to court for custody of your son doesn't give you the right to stop doing your job properly. What did you just say? If anything, you should be giving it your absolute best at the office to boost your chances of winning the custody battle. Maybe then you'd have a shot at becoming a regular employee. Your financial situation would stabilize and you'd be looked on favorably by the judge. But more importantly, you would have been better off just not cheating on your husband in the first place. Just you? Hold on a minute. What do you mean? I happened to bump into your husband the other day. He asked me about how you were doing at your new job. After I told him everything that happened at work, he suddenly told me he had also just found out about some other things you'd been doing behind his back. You've been busy, huh, Amy? Oh, that oaf of a man! How is a girl supposed to stay interested in just one man anyway? It's not my fault he's boring. Ugh, actually, whatever, I don't care. Because I have Dave, the section manager. Huh? You do? Well, you see, I made him an offer he just won't be able to refuse. I said if he puts me on the project team, I'll go on a date with him. I might not have made it onto the team at the end due to your unparalleled selfishness. But let's face it, there's no way Dave would turn down a date with me. I'm drop-dead gorgeous, after all. So even on the off chance my husband does divorce me, I'll be absolutely fine, sweetie. Dave isn't the kind of guy to go along with something like that. Maybe not on the surface. But deep down, I'm probably his heart's only desire. Everything that happened with you being tested on the project was Dave's doing. Huh? He went to the department manager as soon as you approached him. He was told, if she's got what it takes, take her on. If not, tell her we're focusing on maintaining the status quo right now, or that we'll consider her in the future. That's why you were granted a test. But don't kid yourself. He's single, right? Surely he won't refuse. Single guys have a thing for other guys' wives, after all. The section manager has a wife and children. What? He does? You're lying. I haven't heard anything about that. Anyway, I just got done writing and handing in my report about how you tried to make me create the materials for your presentation. No, please, tell them you made a mistake. Take it back. Please continue this discussion with upper management. Goodbye. In the end, Coda basically lasted 6 months after joining the company. I don't know whether it's because things got difficult for her at work after everyone found out about what she tried to do, but she left a week after our last messages. I heard what happened to her next from her husband. He filed for a divorce immediately after he found out about her affair, and now he has full custody of their son. Her and her lover's relationship has already fallen apart, and apparently she's living with her parents in the countryside for the time being. But her relationship with her parents disintegrated immediately when they found out about her behavior at work. They were gobsmacked. "This isn't how we raised you," they said. Now she lives a solitary existence completely on her own in the next town. Of course, her husband sued her for damages due to her affair. But she struggles to hold down a job due to her difficult personality. And what with the compensation payments, I heard she's seriously struggling to make ends meet. I guess this is what happens when you do and say as you please without any regard for those around you.